Welcome back to Unapologetic Exotical Content, where lace fronts get peeled back like foreclosure notices, insecurities get dragged harder than a suitcase with one busted wheel through TSA, and the truth gets served colder than a baby daddy's child support payments. Today's menu: a sizzling, butter-dripping, edge-snatching exposé on the loud, proud, and permanently hypocritical, unambiguous women who swear they're the standard, the victims, and the blueprint, while living in a psychological episode called Delulu, the extended cut. I had to snatch my last video down because y'all proved y'all allergic to reality, literally breaking out in emotional hives every time the truth grazes your lace. But we're back like taxes and exes you forgot to block. So let's jump right into these contradictions running faster than future from a paternity test. And shout out to her, that supporter. She's got the tea steeped to perfection with no sympathy sweetener, just straight black coffee and cold facts. Now explain this circus logic to me. Y'all shame black men for dating tiny, but then turn around and sprint like Usain Bolt with a lace front when her son, King Harris, who's literally her face with a lineup, starts passing out mediocre attention. So the male version of her is fine, but the original version makes you clutch your pearls? Baby, that's delusion with a gym membership. It's strong and running laps. And while we're on Olympic level hypocrisy, y'all dragged Coi Leray for breathing the same air as Trippie Redd, but when King Harris's baby mama pops out a newborn, y'all over there doing gender reveal smoke bombs and cha-cha slides at the baby shower. So it's embarrassing when a gorgeous light-skinned or exotical woman dates below average, but when y'all do it, it's a black love revolution? Please. This playbook is reading like a parody script from Saturday Night Live, delivered straight from the dollar store Wi-Fi committee. You throw shade at light-skinned women, but be the first ones doing Olympic tryouts to date their brothers, just to get fumbled like Sky Jackson. Sis beefed with Storm Reed, Bad Baby, and every light-skinned woman in a 5-mile radius, just to end up crying after getting left on red by the very light-skinned men she couldn't stop chasing. Baby girl. If you're gonna hate their sisters, at least make it past the tryouts with their brothers. Don't just get benched and blocked. Let's talk about this above-average struggle y'all keep reciting like it's scripture. Where's the grassroots fan club for Biggie Smalls, Lavelle Crawford, or Bruce when they're broke? Nowhere. But let a below-average unambiguous woman walk by and suddenly we're colorist, if we don't serenade her like she's the final rose on The Bachelor. Baby, the mental gymnastics y'all perform could qualify for the Olympic floor routine. Meanwhile, y'all don't even date Angie Stone's son, but I'm supposed to pretend she's everybody's beauty aspiration. Girl, the math ain't mathing, and neither is the mirror. And speaking of delusion doing Pilates, Mooney Long is out here treating cosmetic surgery centers like drive-through windows after being left for a lighter woman. She's building herself like a Sims character talking about revenge. Sis, he didn't even want you in your natural state. Why would he come back for the beta version? And Drake? This man had a whole child with a non-black woman. Keeps y'all stuck in the fan club like a recurring subscription, and y'all still lining up like he's handing out Section 8 vouchers. But let Kodak Black say he prefers a different flavor, and y'all start foaming at the mouth. Be serious. And let's bring it home for the folks chewing on lace in the back. JT called her own sisters too crispy, and y'all gave her a standing ovation. If a light-skinned woman tweeted that, Twitter would have short-circuited before the retweet button even loaded. But because JT rocking that lace herself, it's just, oops, my bad, and back to scamming in Dior slides. Asian doll got online in full revolutionary cosplay calling light-skinned women racist, while Twitter dug up her old tweets where she was busy saying dark-skinned women were not as cute and nobody wanted no African-looking chick. Sis. How you, the Malcolm X of colorism one day and the villain of the story the next. That's not activism. That's Disney Channel villain origin behavior. Remy Ma? She didn't just throw shade. She threw pew-pews over $3,000. But nobody called her colorist. It was just free Remy, like she got caught shoplifting lashes from the beauty supply store. Her sister turned somebody into a speed bump on the expressway and y'all still just called it family drama. Had Remy been light-skinned, CNN would have put her on a 12-part docuseries before her court date. Fast forward to the Housewives arena. where Portia and Kenya turned Bravo into WrestleMania and nobody flinched. Phaedra lied on Candy like she was auditioning for the ID channel's next crime doc, and y'all called it messy TV. The dysfunction is marinated so deep, it's giving slow-cooked generational trauma. And don't get me started on Nene and New York, two legendary mean girls who turned bullying into a brand. Nene called Claudia Jordan a half-breed, while glued into a 30-inch Brazilian bundle trying to cosplay the very aesthetic she shames. New York stood on stage and told Delicious she looked like a man, while looking like the understudy for one herself. And now, Sis Dunn shaved her nose down to a mechanical pencil trying to catch that exotical breeze. Jess Hilarious told her co-host to shut up live on air, like it was casual conversation, and y'all called it a clash of personalities. If that was a light-skinned woman, baby, by lunchtime there'd be a petition, a boycott, and 30 TikToks titled, "My Experience with Workplace Microaggressions." And don't act like we forgot about the Kaale forums, where black men and women run full-length marathons dragging Serena Williams, calling her a linebacker in heels. But let a Russian tennis player make the same comment, and y'all turned into the Wakandan Council demanding global apologies. So it's cool when the hate comes from within, but an international scandal when it comes from outside. Make that make sense before you burn another sage stick. And the tragedy of cooking. With Kaya, this girl was in her kitchen, dancing and seasoning chicken, minding her own business, and y'all send to your maker threats like she was plotting to end civilization. Baby, she was just adding paprika, not plotting world domination. But you couldn't handle her being pretty, brown-skinned, and unbothered. Where were the think pieces then? Oh, that's right. Y'all were too busy plotting in group chats named Who She Thinks She Is. And now, the family drama y'all hide like expired credit cards. How unambiguous women procreate with light-skinned and non-black men, only to turn around and get triggered by their multiracial, exotical daughters. Jodie Turner-Smith admitted it. And Candiac Dillard Bassett? Sis literally said she didn't want biracial daughters because coming home to green-eyed little girls every day would ruin her self-esteem. Forget generational curses. Y'all started a whole emotional apocalypse before the kid even got their first baby teeth. Unambiguous women love to dish it out but can't take a toddler-sized spoonful back. Y'all have society walking on eggshells around your fragile egos like there's a national Protect Their Feelings relief fund. And the second anyone hands y'all a mirror, y'all crumble like a stale cookie and start a GoFundMe for emotional damages. Why is it always the loudest ones claiming to be the most oppressed? Winners are usually the quiet ones. Meanwhile, y'all are the loudest, proud, and still fumbling the basics. Take a moment and really think about that. So don't ask why I don't show my face. If y'all turning into digital hyenas over a woman dancing in her kitchen, imagine what you'd do if a triple threat exotical showed up and told the truth in full 4K resolution. Bullying is bullying, whether it's light, dark, or dipped in mango body butter. And if you're gonna scream, protect black women, make sure you mean all black women, not just the ones who match your mirror. From JT's crispy tweets to Remy Ma's pew-pew moments, from New York's villain origin story to Jess Hilarious turning radio studios into WWF SmackDown, this hypocrisy is louder than a cheap flat iron burning synthetic hair on a Sunday morning. This has been another surgical read from Unapologetic Exotical Content, where delusions meet their expiration date, lace fronts meet their ancestors, and the truth walks in with a silk press and coconut oil glow. Sis, we didn't just eat, we threw a Michelin-starred banquet, packed leftovers, and left the haters fighting over crumbs at the drive-thru window. Until next time, keep your popcorn stocked, your notes app updated, and remember, this is where the stunning, the brilliant, and the brutally honest don't whisper. We announce. See you at the next lace front unveiling ceremony.